Welcome to the world of online learning. I am Dr. G.K. Viju, Professor, University of Garden City, Khartoum, Sudan. We at GK Online Learning Tutorial emphasize on the topics from software engineering, project management, quality management, strategic management, and mathematics. Today we are going to discuss the topics from software engineering. Please subscribe to our channel for continuous support. The next topic, that is risk management. A software project can be affected by a large variety of risks. In order to be able to systematically identify the important risk which might affect a software project, it is necessary to categorize risk into different categories or different classes like project risk, technical risk, and business risk. Or in other words, in the field of software engineering, risk management is the methodology or mechanism carried out throughout the development process to identify, manage, and control risk evolved before and during the development process. Basically, three types of activities are covered under the risk management process. That is, first one, project risk. Project risk concerned various sorts of monetary funds, schedule, personal resource, and customer related issues. A vital project risk is schedule slippage. Since computer code is intangible, it is terribly tough to observe and manage a computer code project. It's terribly tough to manage one thing that cannot be seen. For any producing project, like producing cars, the project manager will see the merchandise taking form. Technical risk. Technical risk concerned potential style, implementation, interfacing, testing, and maintenance issues. Technical risk conjointly embody ambiguous specifications, incomplete specifications, dynamic specification, technical uncertainty, and technical degeneration. Most technical risks occur thanks to the event teams learn or lean information concerning the project. And then finally, business risk. This type of risk embodies the risk of building a super product that nobody needs, losing monetary funds or personal commitments, etc. Five risk management process steps combine to deliver a simple and effective risk management process. Identify the risk, analyze the risk, evaluate or rank the risk, treat the risk, and monitor and review the risk. First, risk assessment. The objective of risk assessment is to rank the risk in terms of their damage causing potential. For risk assessment, first, each risk should be rated in two different ways. The likelihood of a risk coming true, denoted by R, and the consequences of the problems associated with that task, denoted by S. Based on these two factors, the priority of each task can be computed P equal to, that is a priority equal to R stands for the likelihood of the task multiplied by the consequences of the problem associated with that tasks. Or in other words, risk assessment is a term used to describe the overall process or methods where you identify hazards and risk factors that have a potential cause harm. Hazard identification, analyze and evaluation the risk associated with that hazards, like risk analysis and risk evaluation. The next one, risk containment. After all, the identified risk of a potential project are assessed. Plans must be made to contain the most damaging and the most likely risks. Different risks require different containment procedures. Avoid the risk. This may take several forms, such as discussing with the customer to change the requirements to reduce the scope of the work, giving incentives to the engineers to avoid the risk of manpower turnover, etc. Transfer the risk. This strategy involves getting the risk component developed by a third party, buying insurance cover, etc. Risk reduction. This involves planning ways to contain the damage due to a risk. For example, if there is a risk that some key personnel might leave, new recruitment may be planned. Or in other words, there are three main strategies to plan for risk containment. Avoid the risk. This may take several forms such as discussing with the customer to change the requirement to reduce the scope of the work, giving incentives to the engineers to avoid the risk of manpower turnover, etc. Then comes risk leverage. To choose between the different strategies of handling a risk, the project manager must consider the cost of handling the risk and the corresponding reduction of risk. For this risk leverage of the different risks can be computed by the formula risk leverage equal to risk exposure before reduction minus risk exposure after reduction divided by cost of reduction. That means the risk of leverage is investing that debt and losing what you borrowed, which can wipe out any profits. Risk reduction leverage measures the return on investment of the available risk reduction techniques. Risk reduction leverage or RRL is defined as the difference between the risk exposure before and after reduction activity divided by the cost of that activity. This is the end of the session. Please like, subscribe and share. If you are having any queries, please mail to me to the mail ID given in the slide. Thank you.